Speech ladies and gentlemen, friends and fellow seekers of wisdom, life, in all its beauty and complexity, unfolds much like the seasons. Just as spring turns into summer, and summer to autumn, and autumn to winter, our lives pass through phases that shape us, challenge us, and ultimately define us. Today, I invite you to reflect with me on the seasons of life, a metaphor that reminds us that every chapter, no matter how fleeting or difficult, has its purpose. Spring is often seen as the season of beginnings, a time when the world awakens from the stillness of winter and bursts into life. In the journey of life, spring symbolizes the early stages, our childhood, adolescence, and early adulthood, when everything feels fresh, new, and full of promise. It is during this time that the seeds of our future are planted, shaped by our dreams, choices, and the people around us. Like nature, shaking off the cold and stepping into the warmth of the sun, we too emerge with a sense of excitement, ready to explore what life has to offer. This season is marked by energy, curiosity, and growth. Just as young plants stretch toward the light, we begin to reach out to the world, eager to learn, to try, and to create. We are driven by questions. Who am I? What do I want to become? What is my place in this world? These are the questions that guide our steps as we make decisions about education, friendships, and identity. It is a time of possibility when even the biggest dreams seem within reach, and we carry the belief that anything is achievable with enough effort and passion. But spring is not without its challenges. Just as young plants must survive unpredictable weather and rough soil, we face doubts, failures, and the occasional setback. These trials are a natural part of the process. They teach us resilience, shape our character, and help us understand that growth is not always easy, but always worth it. Every mistake, every misstep in spring lays the groundwork for greater wisdom later on. The beauty of this season is not just in its brightness, but in its ability to teach us how to begin again after each stumble. Support and guidance are especially important during this stage. Like a young tree that needs nurturing to grow strong roots, we rely on family, mentors, and communities to help us stay grounded. Encouragement, love, and positive influences can make a powerful difference in helping us find confidence and direction. In spring, relationships play a key role in shaping our sense of self and helping us define our values. Ultimately, spring is a hopeful season. It tells us that beginnings are sacred and that every step forward, no matter how small, contributes to a larger story. It reminds us that we have the power to shape our future and that the path ahead is full of potential. The choices we make in this season may not always lead to immediate results, but like seeds planted in fertile ground, they will grow over time, often in ways we never expected. In the seasons of life, spring may pass quickly, but its impact is lasting. It lays the foundation for all that is to come, and its lessons stay with us through every other season. It is the season of becoming, where dreams take root, and we begin the lifelong journey of growing into who we are meant to be. Autumn, in the metaphorical cycle of life, represents a season of change, reflection, and maturity. It is the time when the energy and intensity of summer begin to settle, and we start to take stock of where we've been, what we've achieved, and what lies ahead. In life, autumn often aligns with middle age or later adulthood, a phase when people begin to shift their focus from ambition to meaning, from building to understanding. It is a season marked by both beauty and transformation. Much like the natural world during autumn, life in this season shows signs of change. The vibrant greens of summer give way to rich hues of gold, red, and orange, symbolizing the richness of experience and the wisdom gained over time. Leaves fall not as a sign of death, but as a symbol of letting go, of releasing what is no longer needed. In the same way, this phase of life encourages us to shed old habits, outdated beliefs, and unnecessary burdens. It is a time to evaluate what truly matters and to simplify our lives so we can live more intentionally. Autumn is deeply reflective. With the pace of life beginning to slow, there is space for introspection and gratitude. We look back at the paths we've taken, the successes, the failures, the lessons, and we begin to understand how they've shaped us. This is a season not of regret, but of realization. It is an opportunity to appreciate the journey and to find peace with the imperfections along the way. We begin to see that the richness of life lies not only in achievement, but in growth, connection, and contribution. Change is a central theme in autumn. Children may be growing up and leaving home, careers might evolve or come to a close, and priorities naturally shift. While these transitions can bring uncertainty or loss, they also create room for new beginnings. Many people in this stage rediscover passions, start new projects, or deepen their spiritual and emotional lives. There is a quiet strength in embracing change, not resisting it, but flowing with it and trusting its purpose. Relationships in autumn often become more meaningful. With experience comes empathy, and with maturity comes the ability to forgive, to listen deeply, and to connect more authentically. It's a season where we often feel a stronger sense of responsibility to mentor, to give back, and to guide others who are in the earlier seasons of their journey. There is a sense of legacy being formed, and the desire to make a lasting impact becomes more pronounced. Ultimately, autumn reminds us that change is not something to fear but to honor. It is a natural part of life's rhythm, bringing with it beauty, insight, and renewal. Though the days grow shorter and the air cooler, there is a richness to this time that is unlike any other. It is the season where we stand between what has been and what is yet to come, holding both with gratitude and grace. Autumn, in all its quiet splendor, teaches us the value of reflection, the necessity of change, and the power of living with purpose. Winter, in the cycle of life, represents the final season, a time of rest, reflection, and deep wisdom. It is the phase that comes after a life of experience, often corresponding to old age or periods of quiet contemplation. Though nature may appear still and silent during winter, it is not a season of emptiness, but one of profound purpose. Beneath the surface, there is renewal, healing, and the quiet gathering of strength. In the same way, winter in life is not an end, but a transformation. A time to look inward and understand life from a deeper, more spiritual perspective. This season offers a much-needed pause after the energy and activity of earlier phases. Just as snow blankets the ground and trees stand bare, winter in life invites us to slow down, let go of busyness, and embrace simplicity. It is a time for rest, not just physical, but emotional and mental rest as well. In this stillness, we are given space to look back over the years, to cherish memories, and to find peace in the journey we have traveled. This reflection is not about what was lost, but about what was learned, who we became, and how we lived. Wisdom is the hallmark of winter. After a lifetime of choices, challenges, and changes, this is the season where clarity often emerges. With distance from the rush of daily ambition, we see the bigger picture more clearly. Lessons that once seemed hard or painful are now understood in context. We become the storytellers, the mentors, and the quiet sources of strength for others. Our role may shift from doing to being, but that presence, grounded in experience, is more powerful than ever. Winter is also a season of legacy. There is often a desire to pass on knowledge, to leave behind something meaningful, whether it is in the form of wisdom, traditions, or love shared with family and community. It is in winter that many find their voice in writing, storytelling, or simply in the quiet moments shared with younger generations. The desire to contribute doesn't fade, it simply changes form, becoming more intentional and focused on what truly matters. While winter may bring physical limitations or solitude, it also offers a deeper connection to the inner self and to the spiritual aspects of life. Many find comfort in faith, in nature, or in the quiet rhythms of daily living. There is beauty in the simplicity of winter, the slow mornings, the thoughtful conversations, the comfort of routine. These small details take on new meaning as life is appreciated not for what can be achieved, but for what can be understood and felt. Ultimately, winter is not a time of sorrow, but a season of completeness. It is a culmination, a time when the richness of a lived life is fully realized. It teaches us that rest is not weakness, and that wisdom is the greatest strength. In its quiet, winter invites us to be still, to find peace, and to carry the warmth of all the seasons before it into the final stretch of life with grace and dignity.